Hello, it's me, Esther. So, before I begin, I'd like to explain that anything I say about anybody in my videos is all in good fun, so don't get mad at me. It's for fun. So, if I talk about you, don't get mad. And if you do, well, I'm gonna kick your ass, okay? That's all I have to say about that. But anyway, so let's begin. So, I was godmother to my little baby Avery. That's her name. She's so cute. I was the godmother, we at the christening. So anyway, they didn't call it a christening. They called it a dedication. What's a dedication, you ask? Well, it's a baptism without water. Without water? How can you have a baptism without water? But anyway, I don't know. So, we had to go to Queens. Okay, we had to go far to Queens because I live in Mahwah, New Jersey, and that's far from Queens. It was an hour and a half, and it was on a Sunday. So Esther had to wake up at like 7 a.m. and get ready because we had to leave at like 9 o'clock because, traffic is bad. The Van Wyck, nobody beats the Van Wyck. Anyway, so we go, and we get there, and there's my mother, and there's my father. And I said, oh, hello. And they said, hello, Esther. And I'm looking around and I said, well, are they here yet? And they weren't there. Okay. I'm looking at the invitation going, is this the right place? Because it was at 10:30, So anyway, we go in and we figured they're coming. They'll be there in a few minutes, so they're coming. So we walk in and it's a church, and it was like a Baptist church. How they're singing and they're dancing and they're raising their hand and hallelujah and praise Jesus and all that. And it was interesting. I'd never been to a place like that before. But anyway, so they did like an hour and a half of singing. Now, Esther likes singing. Esther loves to sing. It's a fun thing, But anyway, so we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. And no baby and no mama, no daddy. And no other family. So I look at the invitation. Am I at the wrong place? Nope, this is the right place. So I figure, okay, well, they're a little bit late. So we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. Now, who is late to their own christening for their baby? None other than my brother and his wife. Now, I love them. They're very sweet. They're cute. But my sister-in-law, her and her family, I love them. They're sweet. Don't get me wrong. Don't get mad at me. But they got a disorder called late disorder. It's perpetually late disorder. That means that they're going to be late for their own funeral. But anyway, so we're sitting there and we're doing the singing and the dance. I didn't sing and dance. I can't. These people, I don't know. They were into it a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were like, oh my goodness, and they didn't stop. And there's this big, huge women wearing floral dresses. Okay, now if you're a big woman, don't wear a floral dress. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes you look bigger. You look like a couch. I don't like it. But anyway, so we're waiting and they finally show up. 12 o'clock. We're there at 10:30. 10:30, you know what that is. I had enough church for one day. You know what I'm saying? Esther loved the Lord, but Lord, I didn't want to sit there anymore. My butt was numb. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so they're doing the whole christening thing, and it wasn't a christening, it was the dedication, excuse me. But anyway, so the minister says some nice words and asks some questions, the parents, were they going to take care of the baby and, the faith and all that. And they agreed. That was good. I liked it. I could have used a little bit of water because, that's what they do when they baptize you. They take water and they pour it on your head and, they do the sign of the cross and the whole thing. I'm not talking about you had to be Catholic because, that's a different story altogether. But, I don't know. Something was missing. But anyway, so we go to the restaurant for after time, the after time. And we get there first. And what does Esther do? Esther orders up a big old glass of Pinot Grigio because, Esther be needing something to do because, I got to drink at this point. So I'm looking on the menu, and Esther now has to go gluten-free. And let me tell you, it sucks because Esther can't eat a goddamn thing. and you go out to eat, there's nothing gluten-free on that menu, let me tell you. So I talked to the waitress, and she said, yes, we do have some gluten-free options for y'all, let me get you the menu. So she comes out with this cute little menu. It had like 4 things on it. So I said, okay, well, I have the chicken tacos. So all this good food's coming in front of Esther, sitting in the table, and there's this all stuff coated in breadcrumbs and all the kind of shit I can't eat, and I'm dying. I'm salivating. So this time I must have been in 4 deep of Pinot Grigio, so I didn't feel no pain. But anyway, so my food finally comes, and there's this teeny weeny little chicken tacos, and there was like 3 of them. And what does my father do? He says, that looks good. Reaches over and grabs one of my tacos and shoves it in his mouth. Okay, well, Esther can only eat so much, and you just took the food right out of my goddamn mouth. But you know what? I didn't say anything because I was feeling no pain from the Pinot Grigio, But anyway, so, and it was a good time, my sister-in-law's sister made the cake, it was her first cake. She did a very nice job, I gotta say, it was pretty, but again, Esther couldn't eat it because it had gluten in it, and that's no fun. So anyway, and what else? So we had a good time, but I got to say, people, if you're gonna have a christening or dedication or anything else like that, please be on time, because the rest of us got to show up and sit there, and I'm thinking I'm at the wrong place. And then I had to suffer through all that singing and dancing and hallelujah and stuff, and it wasn't horrible, but you know what, I could have been at Denny's having breakfast or something, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so we got to work on the whole late thing with the peoples that like to show up late. Even her family showed up late. I don't understand it. How do they hold down a job? How do you hold down a job if you can't get there by the time you're supposed to? I can see being 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late, even a half an hour because of traffic. I get it. I do. But 2 hours late. That was, oh my goodness. We were sitting outside just shaking our heads going, oh my Lord, have mercy. I can't believe this. But anyway, so it's all in good fun. I love y'all. So don't get mad. I know my brother, he gonna get all mad because, he very touchy. You can't say anything to that boy. You say one thing, he turned red. He ready to kick your ass. But anyway, so that's all for today. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.